Matt Murrie is someone who always has a question that makes you think deeper about common things. Storyteller, educator, author, entrepreneur, and innovator with close ties to Balkans, especially Macedonia. If you join Matt on mymasterlab.com, you get to exercise a tailor-made sales pitch, a digital story, a self-presentation in front of a job recruiter. In fact, Matt has a tailor-made assignment for each attendee on his workshop according to their professional background. And I know that Matt is very excited to share his experience. Hello, Matt. How do you feel about the upcoming workshop on mymasterlab.com?
Hi, thank you for welcoming me. First of all, I am so excited about the workshops coming up that I wish they were yesterday. I'm so excited for many reasons, not just because we get to connect with people in the Balkans and throughout the world, but we've got an amazing team of collaborators sharing not only their stories, but their expertise and their ideas on how we can all learn from each other and grow together for not just a better world, but to improve our own lives individually, to make sense and really make something really amazing happening in the world, or happen in the world we have today.
Well, out of curiosity, as a storyteller, what's the best story you have ever heard?
All right, so I've got two answers for you. One is the best story I've ever heard is really the story that you or other people are creating right now. I really believe that all of our lives is a story, and we're constantly in the process of writing these stories. So the stories that I get most excited about are the stories I see when people change their lives or convert their lives into an actual story. Now, the other story I really like goes way back to my time in Kratovo. Of course, if you know me, I love this story about a bridge there, about Rada's Bridge. And everybody be like, what's Rada's Bridge? I encourage them to look it up. But when you look at stories, again, my background as an English professor and a student of literature, all good, powerful stories have a similar structure. They follow a similar pattern or a familiar story. But this one is so special to me because of the time it happened in my life and the way it brought me to better understand not just the people of Macedonia today, but the entire history of the region. And I won't tell you the whole story now, but it's a short story, and I encourage people to go look it up. But it has all of the key elements of a strong story, whether we're talking about stories from the Bible or stories in Star Wars. There's a protagonist, there's an antagonist, there's a situation that needs to be overcome or a challenge, and then there's consequences. But most importantly, after the story is done, it doesn't just tell the story of that moment. There's a story that lives on for all of the ages, so that people, long after the story was written or happened, that people can always reflect back on and not only learn more about who, what, and where the story took place, but more about the story that they're living right now. So anytime there's a story that does that, it really gets me excited. And of course, because Kratovo, Macedonia has a special place in my heart, anytime someone asks me, what's my favorite story? I love to think back on Rada's Most.
Mm-hmm. So, Steve, the story about Rada's Most for the workshop. And apart from that story, what else can we expect on the workshop?
Yeah, so the workshop's going to be very interactive, and it's all going to come down to curiosity, right? So we use curiosity both to reflect on, but to learn more about what's next. So the workshop, it's not going to be boring, and it's not going to be sitting down on your hands. You're going to be thinking, you're going to be on your feet, even if you're sitting down, and we're going to use your natural curiosity to not only help you tell your story, but help you better connect with the world today and tomorrow.
Sounds fantastic. I can't wait for this 17th of June to come and to see what else you can give us, to share with us. Thank you so much for this conversation, and see you on 17th.
I'm so excited. I'll see everybody there and excited to get curious with you and start telling your story.